Hello to you from North. I'm Terry A. Abbott, and today I'm going to be talking about the forthcoming local elections and a possible date for the general election. So, on the 4th of May, we go to the polls in the English local elections. Not everywhere, mind you, is up for grabs. English council elections go in cycles, so certain parts will not be actually standing this year. However, after last year's disaster for the Conservatives, this year is going to be even worse. Last year, the Conservatives, even though they weren't defending that many seats, still lost a hell of a lot. It was a shocker for them. And guess who was Prime Minister then? Big Bojo. He didn't do too well. This year, it's Rishi Sunak's turn. I hope he has a really good pair of underpants on when he sees the results, because if the polls are borne out, it's going to be a shocker. Now, round here, we've got the elections. It's great. I am eager to see how my ward fares. Now, this is a Conservative ward. It's the sort of area where you could put a donkey there with a blue rosette, it would usually win. Things are different at the moment. Labour's polling quite well. They've had some good responses on the doorsteps. It will be interesting to see how it goes. See how close Labour gets. If they were to beat the Conservatives around here, then all bets are off, and I think the Tories would be in for an absolute shocker. Everywhere. And it would bode well for the general election. Now, also, this is the first election that's going to have photo ID everywhere. This is the first national test of the photo ID scheme that the government brought out to combat voter fraud. Voter fraud. There's hardly any voter fucking fraud. This, again, like in other countries that are talking about voter fraud, it's a red herring. There's very little voter fraud happened. It was a jackhammer to break a nut, and I don't know why they've used it. I don't know what the hell reason. But, yay ho, the government wants to do this, let the government do it. You'll have to find voter ID now. You need driving license, passport, certain bus passes. However, if you haven't got that, you can go to the local government, and there is a link there to get yourself a piece of voter ID so you can go and vote. So if you haven't got the basic stuff, go there, get that sorted out, and fill in the details and get yourself some photo ID so you can go and vote. If you turn up at the polling stations without photo ID, they will not let you vote, even if they know who you are by sight, which they do for me when I used to go in. I decided it was better to get postal voting, and I do that now. I have a postal vote. But in the old days when I used to go in there, they're telling you who I was. I certainly wouldn't have got away with trying to be somebody else, and nobody else would have been able to come in and say they were me, because you're not. So yeah, it is bollocks basically. Now, general election coming up next year. The Daily Express, I know it's the Daily Express, and sorry, but it was an article in the Daily Express. Now they say that Tory insiders are saying that Rishi Sunak is targeting an autumn election, October or November 2024. I think this is a bad idea for the Conservatives. Rishi Sunak thinks it's a good idea because basically they've run out of stuff. He's hoping that by 2024 the economy will be recovering. People will still not be feeling well off, even if the economy has started recovering by that point. It does go in cycles, by the way, so it could be recovering. But, you're still going to be feeling pretty poor. So, yeah, we're going to have an economy which is recovering. Oh, and they'll be able to get this small boats legislation through. Yeah, small boats legislation. This is the culture wars that you're going to try and fight the election on, is it, Rishi? Is this where you're going to fight? Because you've got nothing else. You fucked up the education, you fucked up the NHS, you fucked up the police. You've got basically nothing left. The economy is in ruins. You shat the bed and everything. Oh, we're going to fight on culture wars. Yeah. People aren't interested. People are wondering if they're going to be able to pay their electricity bills. They're wondering how much the fucking food's going to cost when they go to the shops. They're wondering if they're going to get the fucking operation on the NHS. They're wondering if their kids are going to get fucking educated. They're wondering if they'll not get fucking robbed, mugged or killed on the streets. Or the house burgled. That's what they're worrying about. Not fucking a few immigrants in small boats trying to get across the channel. Because basically the Conservatives shat it completely when it comes to immigration. Build the centres in France so you can ship them safely across. Get more people in to do the asylum applications and get rid of that massive backlog that you've built up over your time in office. Because in 2010 there were less than 15,000 people waiting for asylum decisions. Now there is 166,000. 11-fold increase, boys and girls, all under the Tories. The problem is the creation of the Conservatives, and they have got no idea how to fix the mess they've made, as per usual. Maybe you should try that trick. Not sending people to Rwanda. Rwanda is just a red herring. And remember, if you do send people to Rwanda, they ain't coming back. No matter whether or not they're successful. It's a one-way ticket and it's non-returnable. Some racists might like the idea, but we're getting people back from Rwanda, so it's not that good a deal. Yeah? We never learn. So, that's it for me for this time. If you like what I do, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I will be back soon with another View from the North. Until then, please stay safe. And then, bye-bye.